What is up, bro? How are you, man?
How
How's
are
your
you?
2025 been? I'm good. You got a new album? You're about to go on tour, bro. How is I I gotta ask you this, Adam, because um when you posted before your album came out, you posted about how this album meant so much to you, and on YouTube you talked about how it meant so much to you, and you kind of had that energy of like, if this isn't well received, then I'm done. So, how do you feel about the reception of it, bro? Because I think this album is damn near a classic album.
Um, I feel like it was received well. Um, there's some songs on there that I think are some gigantic songs. Um, like
Yes, sir.
Legends, like the B side records. I feel like are some of the on all my albums. I feel like most people know the big songs that when they go big, but there's so if you listen to the songs that I don't put music videos out for, those are some of the my favorite fucking songs. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And on this album, Americal 2, I feel like Legends was a huge one. Um,
Hell yes.
Cross That Line was a big one. I thought Silver Lining was huge. I thought that was a huge record.
Listen,
Um,
man, Silver Lining touched my heart in a different way. Um, because like that's my biggest relatability thread to you based off of lyrics that I've heard is our grandpas. Like my grandpa played that part in my life too. You know what I mean?
yeah. Um, but I really, I with that album, that was kind of closing my chapter in what I believe is country rap. Like that was my last. I, I love all types of rap. I love when you mix it. I mean, back in the day, Run DMC mixed it with Aerosmith. Um, you can mix rock with rap. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay Z did with Linkin Park, or Kid Rock has experimented with a lot of these different sounds. I really like some of the country sounds with the like trap beats and 808s and all that. So, but that was
Me
my
too.
last. Sorry, what?
I'm sorry, I just said me too.
Yeah, that was my last kind of like. I love this country rap shit, like, and I love that I was accepted into that community, and I still will always be a part of it. I've made a big impact on it, but that was
Mhm.
my last kind of like. This is for you guys, like this is like what I think country rap should sound like today. Um, and then I just finished another album. It's called Lord of War, and it's straight fucking the rap I grew up listening to. It's done.
Let's go.
I
Let's
start
go,
shooting.
bro.
Yeah, I start shooting music videos to it next week. Like, yeah.
I, I'm pumped about that, bro. I actually later on my notes, I wanted to ask you about pressure and what your issues were with pressure. As a hip hop head, I like that. You know what I mean? But I was gonna ask you like, what is country rap? What does that mean to you? Because like as a hip hop head, I never thought that I would even listen to country rap until I was introduced to you and Hard Target and Simple Man and Justin Time and Rodnax and all of these guys. Y'all
Well, I
y'all
think
are y'all are beasts.
I think if all those guys you named, if you asked them if they were country rappers, most of them probably would say that they're not.
Yep.
I can't speak for everyone, but uh, I think most people who are considered country rap guys, they grew up listening to some gangster ass rap that was done by the urban community, mostly black people, um, like myself. So I always find myself kind of falling back over to the real rap, side of things. Um, However, I also have a grandfather I love very much. I grew up listening to bluegrass. The first country album I ever listened to was given to me by my mother's husband. And it was a David Allan Coe greatest hits. So it's like I grew up listening to Leonard Skinner, classic rock, Led Zeppelin, old school, like old, like outlaw country and gangster rap. You know what I mean? So it's like I love to me. You asked me what I think country rap is. I really, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people just label country rap as just white dudes rapping nowadays. Honestly, um,
Me too.
but to me,
I
it's
just,
it's more like if you're using country sounding elements into the beat. I mean, the mainstream's doing a fucking hell of a mess of a job with it right now,
mm,
fusing rap and country together. But to me, the true classic country rap shit is like, the guys who started the shit, in my opinion, which would be like, your Colt Ford, um, Bubba, Brantley Gilbert had a big part in it. Uh,
mm,
Georgia Boys, Moccasin Creek, Jackie, Bottleneck. I mean, there's so many guys. I don't want to leave anybody's name out. Big Smo. Um, like those are your Moonshine Bandits. Those are your classic, like the guys who were doing country rap, and it was fun, and it wasn't so bar heavy,
hmm.
right? Kind of like when hip hop started. It wasn't very bar heavy. Uh,
Facts.
so when I think of country rap, when it started, it wasn't very real rap oriented. It was like their version, their take, the country guys' take on rap, and then it morphed into more modern day with Ryan bringing a lot of popularity to it, and a little more rap, and then a lot of other guys came, and myself, I came, and then I brought some other guy like John, Broadnax, and it became like, okay, it's rap and shit now, and it became it just evolved, you know.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think the heyday of it was back, years ago. um i w- I just am glad that I have a part in independent music. And I'm glad that those people who listen to that music, they are the greatest fan base of all time, and they will literally, they're middle class to lower class, hardworking blue collar people that will spend their last dollar on to come and see you just to shake your hand and give you a hug. And um,
Facts.
it's a great community. Obviously, it has its downsides, just like everything in life. But country rap to me is just the sounds from country music that we grew up listening to infused with hip hop, and
Hmm.
depending on what you're talking about, you know that's country rap.
Yeah. I have I'll be honest, I don't know if you know the kind of the roots into how I became a fan of yours, but I'm just gonna share it real quick before I lead into this next question. When I was introduced to you, I was trying to get my reactor feet going. I didn't know what I wanted to do, if I wanted to podcast, if I wanted to just kind of be a commentator on things, or if I wanted to react to music. And I'm just kind of scrolling through YouTube one day, and you, Tom, and Mises, who Mises is the truth, bro. But y'all released Mirrors, and I didn't know any of y'all. And me, as like a hip hop head, that was I self admittedly kind of just poisoned by the mainstream in the way that they their mindset on the outer worlds of what they say is cool. And I listened to it, man, and I and my the name of the video was Unbiased Reaction to Adam Calhoun, Mises, and Tom McDonald Mears. And for the first half of that video, I was I was talking, crazy about it. And then about midway through, I was like, you know what, man, I'm being super biased, and I'm allowing what I think these people out here think is cool to affect my way of thinking. These dudes are rapping. Like all three of them are really rapping. And I think a lot of people started to subscribe to my channel after that, just from the realness of switching it up, like literally mid video. But after that, I watched Shook Ones, which I think led into the Canon freestyle that you did. And I was like, this guy is seriously a problem. Like, and to me, I told Hard Target and Simple Man this in my interviews with them as well. I was like, I don't look at y'all as country rap either. I look at y'all as lyricists. Like, I think that y'all are lyricists. I think that y'all are dynamic with your pens. I think that y'all have a message to spread. I think that y'all are amazing and that y'all are killing it. So I'm excited to hear that you're, you know, kind of shifting lanes and going into something else as well, because I think at this point, bro, you've had such a good year, man, with the beef and the diss records and the album. You're not missing to me, bro. You have been killing. And I'm excited for whatever you got going on next.
I appreciate it. I mean, I could have did without the beef. I didn't enjoy any of that shit. I don't enjoy that shit.
I know. But I love the competition aspect of it, but I know that you hated that, man,
I mean,
because that
it's
was your
more. It's
boy.
just there's more. It's more than just like that to me. It's like how do you say it? I take things people say on the internet as serious shit. Like I don't think I think if you
Mm,
say it and you know on the internet, it's real life to me, anyways. So I don't. That shit to me, beef is. There's a difference between like beef. You know what I mean?
mm.
But as far as the dish shit, I mean, I could have went without that. I didn't want to do any of that shit. You know.
Yeah, I,
I'm glad
I
it's
I
over. I
hate how
mean,
it turned out.
it's over. I will never respond to any shit. But the thing with to what you were saying about Target and everyone else, it's like real simple. Like Kid Rock, he's from Detroit. He grew
Mm,
up rapping, DJing
hmm
parties in basements, and he grew up in a black culture.
hmm
Um, and then he brings out this you know ball with the ball and all that type of music, which you don't really know what to label that as, you know.
hmm
And then he also
hmm
has country songs, you know what I mean? And it's same with me. I put out some country songs and a country album, and I could sing half-ass, you know, decent half-ass, I'll say. Um,
You do great. I like it.
when I it's you know whatever, but I enjoy writing country. I enjoy writing rap. I enjoy writing country rap, hip hop,
Mm,
lyrical or not lyrical. I enjoy expressing how I am feeling, and uh I'm in. There was a long time where I wasn't enjoying it. And Pressure, you mentioned that
mm,
album. I wasn't
hmm
enjoying life at that point in time. And I probably shouldn't have had a phone in my hand or a microphone in front of my face because I was
mm.
I was going through probably one of the hardest times in my life. Um, but yeah, man, this has been a hell of a journey. And I keep myself around artists that are mostly more talented than myself, so I stay sharp. Um,
Mm.
I keep myself around guys that are really competitive rappers, so I stay. I'm not declining in my rapping ability. I'm actually I'm going up. Um,
Yes, sir.
so this next album is fucking, you know, they're all special. And I'm not gonna say this one's gonna sit here and break the bank, but this motherfucker is just straight rap, motherfucking street gangster, fucking knock your fucking speakers
Yeah.
off your, you know, it's like it's the shit we grew up listening to. You know what I mean?
That's my bag, dog. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait. I can't wait to hear that. I because listen, I'm gonna tell you, bro, man to man, like Americal too. A couple of things that I say on my channel all the time with music. One, if there's no relatability, you don't have any replay value. And two, I love music that, you know, pulls on your heartstrings and makes your soul bleed. Those are two of my slogans, right? That album did a fantastic job of both of those things, plus showing your dominance. I'm truly impressed by how good Americal 2 is. And, you know, I am new. I'm like a new fan to yours, but I have also done my due diligence and listened to these other albums as well. And I would agree with you that you're on one, bro. Like
Yeah.
and even on that record with Justin Time that y'all just did, what's the name
Dollar
of it? The
sign.
money's yeah, dollar signs. Y'all, Justin went crazy on that too. Y'all all went crazy. I
Well, he just
and
wanted a simple verse from me. He's like, Adam, don't get too lyrical. Just kind of swag it out and like be you. And so I just was kind of I just my favorite the thing that I think I had my strongest point of how I rap is I can find a really cool cadence. I always find the right pocket. Um,
Facts.
and my cadence is what, even if I ain't say, if it's not complicated or complex when I'm rapping, my cadence is usually what is makes me, a higher, I believe higher on the charts as far as a rapper.
Yeah, your cadence is fire. I wanted to ask you about that too. I know ODB is a big influence on you, but is Ghostface any kind of influence on you? Because I hear a lot of Ghostface
Yeah,
in
Ghostface.
your
I have a
cadence.
similar tone too as him. That
Mhm.
uh, the thing with OD here, the thing with Wu Tang is I grew up loving Wu Tang, but ODB just caught my, I'm a kid. I'm 13, 14 years old. And I'm just this young kid. And it was just so like, this is fucking insane to me. He's not like the greatest rapper, but just what he was doing and the inflections and shit and tones and his voices and is in his sound. It was so cool. Obviously Method Man is probably the most talented rapper out of all of them. Um,
He's incredible,
yeah.
still to this day.
But like Ghostface and Action Bronson have a similar sound, and I have
Yep.
kind of that same tone as them, that same kind of higher pitched delivery. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, ODB is one of my favorite rappers. No, he's not the best or even on any best list, but him and Cameron and like guys that to me just like sound cool. I like
Yeah.
that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can relate to that. 50 Cent is
50, I
my
mean,
favorite
yeah.
rapper ever.
50's,
And
yeah, 50's probably my number two or three favorite. You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah, I see 50 in you too, man. People call me
Yeah.
crazy. I'm like, I
No,
don't
my
know, man.
hooks, a lot of my hooks
Yeah.
sound like they could have been on any 50 Cent album. You know what I mean?
I agree. And I'm just appreciative that you're bringing that to the table. I mean, I don't think people realize outside of this structure because there are a lot of fans in this subgenre or in these pockets that only rock with y'all. I don't think that they even realize that the mainstream has been in such a drought. Like it's been trash to be a hip hop fan in the mainstream space for the past 5, 7, 10
Well,
years. I mean,
it's all a bunch of young little
mhm.
booty boys that are fucking gay as hell. Honestly, I mean, uh,
It's
it's
true.
not like
It's
real
true.
rap. Or it's like you're not scared of any of these guys or believable. It's like it's all fluff. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There is something to it when you can feel that's what I'm saying with the feeling the relatability. It's like I think Adam means it when he says this.
No, I
And
definitely mean it.
yeah,
Like, and the
yeah.
people that know me know that I mean it. I'm not the baddest motherfucker on earth, but I'm gonna go out there in that street and fucking, if I have to, unfortunately if something has to happen, like I'm not gonna shy
Hmm.
away or run from it. I've never ran from anything, but at this
Mm,
point age in my life, probably shouldn't even be. Listen, at the end of the day, I said it in this hook that we wrote. I fear nothing here. Like there's a song that me and Target wrote, and it's the Lord's
hmm.
Prayer, and it says, "Dear Father, somewhere up in heaven, I fear nothing here. Hallowed be Thy name. Thy kingdom come. That will be done. I killed a man in vain." Like so, it's like I don't
Oh,
fear nothing here. Like this is
yeah.
I believe in God. I'm not that talking and threatening and bullshit on the internet or whatever. That doesn't like
It doesn't hold any weight.
you know, I've never shied away from getting punched in the face, but that's not what this is about. It's about, are you willing to really, are you really about what you're talking about? You know what I mean?
Right. I do think that's important too. I think that too many people lose sight on that. So I'm glad that you feel that way. Like somebody's got to step up and be real about what they're talking about and be real about what they're portraying. And to a lot of people that might sound silly, but it's there's a code, there's an ethic, there's a morality to it that I feel like
There's
has
just,
just
there's
been
just,
missing for
there's,
so long.
there's principles that I stand on, that I'm friends with a lot of the people that have the same principles, and there's codes between men,
Hmm.
and to me, that's gangster. Gangster
Facts.
is gangster is taking care of your kids and raising your kids. Gangster is standing on your word. Gangster isn't I'm out in the street fighting. Now
Hmm.
that's if it comes down to that and you stand your ground, then respect. But gangster to
Hmm.
me now is taking care of your family, helping these younger MCs coming up, taking guys out on the road with you that haven't, that need exposure or are better artists and need some light on them. Gangster to me is
Hmm.
just all those things I just said, man. That's gangster.
Facts.
Being a dad is gangster.
I agree. I agree, bro. And well, let me ask you this. While I got you kind of on the topic of all the fakeness that's going on in the world, man, who are some of your childhood heroes that turned out to be people that you don't really rock with? You know what I mean? Because I see that a lot. Eminem is one for me. You know what I mean? Like as a person, I
Bro,
grew up
I picked
idolizing
the
him.
I picked the most gangsterest motherfuckers on earth as my idol. First of all, you gotta understand, I was born in 1980. I was listening to rap before anyone. There was no
Yeah,
Eminem.
yeah,
All the dudes I idolized were black dudes, athletes, rappers.
hmm,
I mean, I collected baseball, football, basketball cards. So the guys that I grew up with that were on my
hmm,
wall was Mike Tyson, Bo
okay,
Jackson, and MJ.
yeah.
And
You can't go
rappers
wrong
like
with
out
them
of
three.
magazines and rappers all over the wall off magazines. So it's like,
Yeah,
and Mike Tyson, one of the coolest humans ever to live,
yeah,
never
I agree.
disappoints. MJ, straight asshole that'll work you to the. He expects everything that he's gonna put out. He wants you to put out. And
Hmm.
I and myself, I'm hard on myself, and I it's a bad trait of mine. I'm hard on people around me. Michael
Me
Jordan
too.
and Bo Jackson, arguably one of the greatest athletes that whoever walked the earth. And then you can go in the rap lane, but whatever. I mean, I grew up listening to a lot of different rap, but
Yeah.
I don't really know if I had any idols that let me down. My idols are still really rocking these
That's
days.
dope. That's dope. I mean,
Yeah.
cut like I have so many, bro. Like I'm a little bit younger than you. I was born in '90s, so like Eminem played a vital role in my life, going through and feeling like I had this like other white dude out there that I related to heavy. And man, just like seeing who they become, I guess, has just been kind of like a. So I talk a lot about separating the art from the artist, just because I still want to love the art where I can. But some of these artists just turned out to be such
I mean, yeah, they turned out to be
bags,
liberals,
man.
liberal pussies and shit like that. But I'll say this, and
Hmm.
I'll always say this. I always throw shots at Eminem like he gives a fuck. He doesn't even hear him. What I'm
Yeah,
saying though is Eminem is the best lyrical rapper that ever lived, in my opinion.
agreed.
He's the lyrical goat, in my opinion. But I
Hmm.
don't I don't ride around bumping M
That's
ever.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, um, it's crazy. It's crazy how talented somebody can be and how out of touch with reality they can be. Do you feel like sometimes people are just, do you feel like it's like a purposeful thing? Because I talk to people all the time about like not to get off on a like a M side road, but I talk to people a lot about how I don't think that he's being malicious. I think he just really in his mind of privacy somewhere, he just really feels like he's doing the right thing. And I just feel like he's just out of touch with reality. But I don't know, you know?
I, it's like this. How long has he been rich for?
Yeah,
How long?
forever.
How long has he not been in public? Like he can't just go outside and walk down the street. How long has
Hmm.
he been like away from people? You know, he's only got probably a certain tiny, tiny, tiny group of people that's around him. So it's like it's easy to lose where you came from real quick. Uh,
Hmm.
or it's easy to like I don't know, man. I see a lot of these actors, rap like artists that are become famous and shit, and they become I don't know how else to say it besides liberal ass pussies. Like they turn into these soft ass like I
It's
don't I
true.
don't I don't
It's
know.
true. No, I totally agree. And it just sucks. I guess it's
What
just
I mean
but
what I
I,
mean by it is like men shouldn't be competing in women's sports. But then you have all
no,
these actors who go on this fucking thing like we shouldn't be arguing what a man and what a woman is. We shouldn't be arguing about men can have babies. This is real. Whoever's in this chat, I can't see the comments, but we shouldn't be in a place in the world today where none of this is real. And when I was growing up and I was a teenager, this was wouldn't even have been accepted. And we live in a
yeah,
time now where these celebrities and these famous people are like they're with the shit that get that weirdo shit, and it's like I'm
it
out.
is.
I don't. It's yeah. So no, none of my idols. I don't. Not that I can think of off top are like turned into these weirdos that are letting their kids, take their manhood and turn into women and like if I'm not with any of that shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Me
not with
neither,
that.
bro. Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't
we got
care if
kids.
like
Yeah.
I'm not against like gays or anything. I don't mind making fun of them, but like the tranny shit, I'm not ever gonna understand. I don't want to understand it. Um,
Mm-mm.
you know, and I'm able to say whatever I want because if I was on a major label or any label, I could. Oh, you can't say that, man. Well, I'm gonna say whatever I want.
Respect. I respect that. I think that that's dope.
If that's
You
what
were
you
talking
meant,
about.
was that your question, basically?
Yeah, no, it was. It was. And we were talking about Kid Rock a second ago, man. One of my members, her name is Dawn. We call her Mama Dawn. She wanted to know actually, she one of her questions she wanted me to ask was, have you ever thought about collabing with Kid Rock?
Yeah, actually, on the Brave 2, we tried reaching out to Kid Rock. We actually ended up. I talked to Ted Nugent on the phone, which is crazy. He's a absolute psychopath in the awesome, most awesome way.
Yeah,
Um, but on the Brave 2, we were trying to see if we could do something with Kid Rock. I'm pretty sure he might. I don't know. It just didn't happen. But he's also got a son who I talked to. Um, his name's Robert, and
hmm
he's such a good young man. He's a family man, and you know, it's like when you get to that point where he's at, it's like, hey, do you want to do a song? It's like he's got to want to do it. Right? There's no money involved. There's no. It's at that point in where he's at in his career. It's like I don't like. Yeah, oh man, I'm passionate about this. I like this. I want to do it. Even where I'm at,
yeah,
I'm nobody. But like still, if someone sends me a collab and I'm like, I don't really like this song. I'm not gonna do it. You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I do. I understand, and I think that integrity is what makes everything so special that y'all are doing. I really do like I rock with the whole movement. Like everything that I've heard from you and Struggle, everything that I've heard from really everything this past year has just it's been super impressive to me, man. So I do. And I think that holding your integrity close like that, like, nah, if I don't rock with it, I'm not gonna do it. I think that that's part of what makes the music so special in the long run, you know? So I salute you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, no
I
problem.
was waiting for like a follow up.
Well, I wanted to do something a little bit fun if you're down with it and make you
Sure.
pick between two hard choices or what I believe will be two hard choices for you. You've seen Drink Champs, right? Where they're like,
Oh yeah.
this person or that person, this or
Oh yeah.
that.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
now. Don't be. Listen.
Yeah.
I Everyone that knows me in real life, don't ask me a question if you don't if you because I'm gonna answer it.
Awesome. It's not too bad. I tried to take it easy on you, bro, on our first conversation, but I wanted to ask you, man, speaking of struggle, legend or outlaw shit?
Outlaw shit.
I agree. Outlaw shit is fire. Super fire. Um, Brave one, Brave two.
Brave one.
I disagree. I love Brave 2. Brave 2 is super hard to me. Brave 1 is too, but I like Brave 2 better. What about Chrome versus Clout? That's you know Batom, you know Batom.
I know, but I like the Chrome one so much. Uh, just
Nova ate y'all. Nova
yeah.
ate on
Well,
that record, bro.
she's.
She went crazy.
I just love that so much because it was just like straight like hip hop, you know.
It was, bro. That's one of the first
And I
collabs that they put me on of y'all's, and I was like blown away. And that's the first time that I mentioned in my reaction to that. I was like, he is I was mistaken. He's like Ghostface Killer. And that's when people started to put me on to your love for ODB.
yeah, I really love that hook too. Um, Brave One to me though, I mean Brave One is that album.
It's
Uh,
hard.
yeah, it's got white boys on there. But I'll tell you what,
Hmm.
American Flags is on Brave Two, and that song is streaming like crazy. But Brave One to me was just you're not going to be able to beat the original ever. I don't think. That's not my opinion, though. You know.
Do you know my first reaction to American flags was on the day Trump won the presidency?
Really?
It was lit, bro. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
lit.
that
I
motherfucker
mean,
was getting played in parades and all. That song was getting played all over the
yeah,
fucking place. Yeah,
yeah, it was crazy. I enjoyed it. All right, AmeriCal versus AmeriCal 2.
America.
Really?
Wait,
I
yeah.
like both. I like both, but
I mean that
AmeriCal
song's
2.
just got that song's got just hits on it, like actual like.
Mhm.
I mean, you got Die Tonight, Crossroads, Life Goes On, Huck Fosier. Uh,
Huck Fosier is hard, by the
yeah,
way.
is Public Enemy on that song? On that one? I don't know. That song,
Um,
that album's. I'll never beat that album.
it's stats. I mean, I'm kind of biased, I guess, because, and I tell my fans this all the time too, that I'm like, whenever you release something, or Tom releases something, or Hard Target releases something new, and I'm newly on the wave of it, I get more excited about it. Like I've been wanting Tom to rap for a long time. He just dropped that rap, White Boys or whatever. I loved it. You know what I mean? Because I'm a rap fan, and he's finally rapping again. But there's just something about AmeriCal 2 to me, man. It might be the relatability. Silver Linings is something that I've replayed probably more than any other record this year. I also love Clips' album a lot. You and the Clips album are like this to me as far as what I'm listening to consistently.
Pusha.
Um, bro, they went crazy on that new album.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Americal is like the blueprint of like what I would consider like straight just country rap. It's like really that was like that to me was like is that was country rap. Like
Hmm.
I miss that was that 7 years ago now. I miss that shit. Yeah.
So do you feel like you've offered everything that you want to offer to country rap, and that's why you're ready to move on to the other side, or?
I think I'll always experiment with singing on hooks with country, you know, melodies and country sounds.
Mhm.
But I think I will always work in some capacity as far as the country rap lane goes. But
Mhm.
yeah, I will. I'll always in some capacity work as far as working with artists or in some capacity be a spokesperson in some type of a way. You know, I got to be. I don't ever consider myself as the number one spokesperson, or I don't care where you put me on a list. But I do have a voice in that lane because I've done a lot in it. And it'll just always have a special place in my heart, and I'll always love it, and I will always fight for it to grow. Um,
Mhm.
and help the new artists coming in and in some capacity I will always work with it. But it's time for me as I'm getting older and I don't know how many more albums I want to put out is to just rap my motherfucking ass off is at the
I,
highest level I can.
I
Yeah,
love that,
man.
bro. I love that. I love your humility, by the way, bro. I would have never expected you to be this humble, honestly. Through the lyrics and everything else, man, you're a humble dude, man. I appreciate that. I think that's dope.
I really appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Um, I don't want to talk about all of your albums and leave this one out, man, because this one holds a special place to me as well. Pale Horses is absolute massacre fire, bro. And Misa shines, you shine, the features shine. What was it like making that album?
Well, uh man, the album performed to me. I was disappointed in its performance. As far as streaming goes, but streaming all is pretty down for most independent artists across the board because the record labels have a big, more than ever now, a very
Hmm.
big. They have they have the streaming services just like they have the radio. Um,
Hmm.
so a lot of
Playlisting
independent,
and stuff like that, or
yeah, yeah, they
yeah.
own the shit. So you really the projects you put out now, they really got to be powerful and move, or you're gonna fall flat on your face. That album, that wasn't an album that I thought was gonna do well because it was, Chuck is not very, is not super known artist, um, and he's not consistent with putting projects and songs out and stuff like that. Amazing
Hmm.
rapper.
He
The
is.
the part that I love the most about it is I've known Chuck since we were teenagers. We went to high school together. We grew up fucking 5 minutes from each other down the street. You know,
That's
we
super
grew,
dope.
we grew up going to the clubs, and when I say clubs, I'm talking like these ghetto ass places in Chicago, and doing open mics and rapping and stuff like that. And you know, he life happens, and he went through life, and I went through life, and all those years later, being in our 40s, we put out a professional project together, two kids from the same neighborhood,
That's
20,
crazy.
20 years later, to put something out like that, and just being able to work with my friend who I've known for so long, and accept him unconditionally, just like he does me. And
Hmm.
so it wasn't about the money or the streams or the numbers for me. It was more like, this is like a labor of love because it's my friend and I want him to do well. Um,
Hmm.
because I've always felt growing up he was a better rapper than me. Now I don't agree so much nowadays. I'm very competitive with it.
Yeah.
I feel like we're
Yeah.
pretty close now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, he's one of the dopest.
He
Um,
is. He's
but
fire.
but it's like rapping with John, or it's like rapping with Target or Simple. It's like they're gonna get me on some of these, and ooh, I think I got you.
Yeah.
Like that's where we're at now. It's like
I
you
love it.
can't sleep or you're gonna get got, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
John's got me. I think I got him once or twice, but he gets me more often than I get him. Chuck, he gets me every once in a while. And I hope people understand what I'm saying right now, but um, that album was something out of love for my childhood friend, and I was glad to see how happy he was working on it, and it made me happy. And we ran and we worked out and we did everything together. We went to
Dope.
California together and shot that video with Tom, and yeah, it was just I was glad I'm in a point in my career where it's not about the money anymore or anything like that. It's like I'm financially set, and I can just do what I want to do, and I was happy to do that.
I'm happy for you in that way, man. That's awesome. I mean, I love that album. I don't know why it didn't do. I mean, I didn't know that it didn't do well
No,
or up to your
I mean,
expectations, but
what well and to others what well is talking about different things here, but
100.
I always expect I put the bar, where I can't even touch it. So yeah, to me, almost everything's a disappointment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I get it. They're gonna kill me if I don't ask you about this, bro. What's up with this Brave 3 thing, man? Are y'all talking about it? Is there already music done, or what's up with that?
Yeah, it's gonna happen. No, no music is done, but yeah, me and Tom. I don't know if it's gonna be called the Brave Three, but yeah, me and Tom are gonna do one more.
I can't wait for that as well. You do great with collabs. I know that I've noticed that you like collabing, and I've noticed just from our back and forth through text and whatnot that you really like putting on for the younger generation and just people that don't quite have the massive stage that you have. And I think that that's amazing, bro. I love that. And all of the people that I've noticed you've surrounded yourself with, especially the features on this previous album, they're all really dope. Like they're good artists. Like it 501 Bryce, what's it like working with him? Super young.
So we didn't. I've never met him. We spoke on the phone. We spoke on the phone. Um,
Hmm.
he's a young guy, and he's doing very well. I'm happy for him. I really
Hmm.
like the way I like his rap style. But see, I'm more of like a that rough sound. I really like his buddy DLU Kemp. He's got like more of a gritty sound and style. So it's like I always
Okay.
kind of lean more towards that style. I like they both are super dope, and I'd work with them any day of the week, both of them.
Yeah.
But that's another up and coming guy. Is well, he's not even up and coming. He's doing his thing. They both are. Um, but they're both on that song with me together. DLU Kemp and 501 Bryce.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I didn't realize that they were homies. Okay, that's yeah. He
Yeah,
snapped. Yeah,
yeah.
he did. He snapped. I know.
He's got
Yeah.
that cool gravelly kind of deeper voice, and it just sounds.
Hmm.
I like his style and his sound, and I like 501's kind of got that more slick, delivery and style. Um, but yeah, kicking
Yeah,
it.
no, you're fine, man. I gotta ask you this too, man. And I want to preface this question by telling you I'm not trying to get in a mess here. But Yellow Wolf is one of my favorite artists to ever walk Earth. And I just, want to know, is there like a problem there, or is that just, y'all just haven't worked together, or is he just kind of shied away from the scene in general? I've always been curious about that.
I don't. I mean, I don't really. Yellow Wolf is a super dope rapper. One of the probably great when it comes to white rappers. At least he's probably
Hmm.
the. I don't know. I think MGK is probably a little better. Uh, but man,
Machine Gun
MGK.
Kelly's rapping ability is great.
Yeah, man. He's such a weird. Look, I don't know Machine MGK personally, but I think he edges just a little past Yellow on the. I don't know. It's everyone's different. Everyone's got their own taste, but I'd put him just a lit one up above Yellow Wolf. They're really both dope. Um, and I'm being totally like I'm not talking about who they are as people or their personality or
Hmm.
societal the way they look at society. I'm just talking about them as rappers.
Hmm.
Uh, Yellow Wolf is super dope. He does things that I could never do. MGK as well, very dope. The thing with Yellow Wolf is I don't. No, I mean, if we saw each other in person, I don't even think we don't know each other like that. We've been around each other for a few days in the studio. Um,
Okay.
you know, my the way I look at society and the way he is different. I say things that he probably wouldn't. I say
Hmm.
things out loud that he would probably never say or and doesn't agree with. Um, but like as far as this is not something that's like talked about behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I don't know. No, we'll never work together. That's never gonna be a thing. Um,
Okay.
but I'm also not mad about that because I like working with people that I actually would hang out with in real life,
Yeah, that
and
makes
that
sense.
I'm not a guy he would hang out with in real life, and he's not a guy I would hang out with in real life.
That makes sense. I get it. Um, what about how's what's your relationship like with Jelly Roll, man? Um, I love Jelly Roll. I love what he offered. He motivates me in ways that, most artists
Hold on,
in underground
pause.
or mainstream can't.
What can you see the comments?
Yes.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
can't.
can.
What are they?
Can you
What are
not
the?
see him?
No, I never even look anymore.
Um, let's see.
I don't.
Do we got any questions from them that they wanted to
No,
ask?
I didn't even. I was just wondering what they were kind of speaking about in there.
Um, Yellow Wolf, definitely country rap, but label. They wanted to know about Tom. They wanted to know what is the real story with the Hozier beef?
That,
Um,
that dude's never gonna get. I mean, I'm not ever gonna talk about that dude.
yeah, I got you.
Um.
Will
So,
you be at Hogfest?
what's that?
Will you be at Hogfest?
I don't even know. Is that a thing?
Yeah, like Tom's festival. HOG Fest, Hogfest.
When the fuck is that?
I don't know. I don't know when that is.
Well,
Um,
if listen, I'll tell you what. If Tom ever announces tour or shows, I'll probably know before them,
yeah.
and I'll probably be there. But I'll say this about Jelly Roll too: is I consider Jelly Roll a friend. Um, I consider him someone that is not easy to talk to anymore. But when I am able to talk to him, someone that I respect their opinion. Um, he's very insightful, and I'm very happy for him. And you know, he's really good at. He's just good at what he does, man. And I'm super excited for him. I'm very happy for him. I hope becomes the biggest artist on the fucking planet. And I think he's already on his way there. Um, and I just when he came and played at Wrigley Field with Post Malone. I didn't go to the show. All my buddies know I usually don't go to the shows because I already have anxiety. I don't even, my own shows. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get on the stage. But
Yeah.
I went and played basketball with him at the Bulls training facility before the show. So, and I got to, just hang out and just be guys and just talk. No music or
Yeah.
business, just bullshit. Just kick it. So yeah, Jelly Roll always will have a special place in my life and in my heart, and I hope he doesn't keeps doing amazing.
As a fitness dude, he's lost like 200 pounds now, right?
I don't know if it's I'm
Bro,
not sure. I don't think it's 200, but it's I mean he's probably edging near in that. Yeah,
that's incredible, bro.
yeah,
To me, that's incredible.
yeah.
Um, well, I got a couple of questions from people in the comments. If you don't mind, I can ask you those, and then I appreciate your time, bro. Thank you so much for coming through. I'll just ask these couple of questions, and we can wrap it up
You
if
can
you're
ask me as
down.
many questions as you want, dog. I could do this. What time is it?
10, 20, 10, 20. My
Yeah, I
time. What
mean,
time is it? Yours?
what's this
9:20.
48 minutes? We can is you. I want you to get a fucking every single fucking. I don't want you to end this and be like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Anything you want to ask, we can talk about.
Thank you, bro. All right. So Alex said, just showing love to our boys, Nelson and Adam. So happy to. Oh, I'm getting the wrong thing. When does the collab with Gray drop? That's from Laney.
My daughter?
Gray, Grae.
That's my daughter.
Yeah. I guess that they want to collab with you and your daughter.
Uh, listen, I pray to God my daughter does something else with her life than this. This is a rough. I've had the most highest highs and the lowest lows during my career, and I'm still in my career. I'm not done yet. Uh, but overall, I hope when I do step away from this that I'm able to gain back some of my happiness
Mm,
and some of my me that I lost along the way. Um,
Yeah.
you leave your heart in places and with the fans, and you leave it all on the stage. And my daughter, by the way, has been out in front of on stage in front, and she's always like, "Daddy, can I go back on stage?" She's been out in front of 10,000 people when we were at when I did a show with Jelly Roll to 5,000 in front of a show with Brantley, and she's been on stages with me a couple thousand, 3,000, 3,000 people, and but I would not wish this life on any. I wouldn't wish the stress of this lifestyle on any human being. I hope my daughter is happy in life and does what she wants, but I hope this isn't what she wants, man.
Yeah. No, I do. I understand that.
Um,
Or I can sympathize with that rather. I can't understand it, but I can sympathize with it.
but if she does, then and when it's time, I will be an older man, but I will definitely help her.
Mm. Um, Garbled wants to know Garbled. Derek is his name. He wants to know, how do you write songs with Tom, Hard Target, Simple Man, etc. Much love, he says.
How do I write songs?
Yeah, with the guys.
Well, with me and well, okay, so me and Tom did it two different ways. We did the first album. I wrote at home. He wrote at home. I think it was during
Hmm.
COVID and all that, and we shot all the videos here. He shot all his video there, and that album was done completely across the country. And then we did it another way with Tom. With most of the shit was wrote before I went out there and recorded before I went out there. But then there was like I think we had to rewrite a few verses multiple times. Writing and working with Tom is very high level stress. Very
Mm.
we will butt heads. We will argue, and we will laugh at the end of the day and be done with it. Um, Tom is a serious um, businessman when it comes to being independent. You're not no one's taking any part of any money, even distribution companies. Um, Tom is very high level, high. Everything's on the line. It's like this is like our lives depend on it.
Mm.
Um, so which is good because that you have to step up. You got to step up and deliver. Uh, and Tom is one of the most. Tom and Hard Target are probably the most talented artists all around overall artists I've ever worked with because both of them um, can sing, can rap,
Hmm.
can make beats, produce, also mix, record, do artwork for the
Hmm.
project. Like they both do all of that.
Yeah.
Um, so writing with the guys is just like drinking a beer with one of your buddies. Except, and then sometimes you drink too many beers and you guys start yelling and arguing, and that happens too. But for the most part, I mean, we're guys. At the end of the day, we love each other, and it's all busting balls and talking shit. And one day, Target's gonna get me on a verse. Next day, I'm gonna get his ass hopefully on a verse. Same with Tom. Same with all the guys. But at the end of the day, it's enjoyable. There's some enjoyable parts, and there's some stressful parts, and there's some parts that I wouldn't wish on anyone. I really, I think I probably hold this shit too close to me, and I'm like, and I'm probably, I can't speak for everyone, but the shit is mentally exhausting.
Mm.
Just pumping out albums and content and videos, and you're the one thinking of all of it. You
Hmm.
know,
And having
yeah,
to be independent and having to do all the distribution and
everything.
everything yourself, bro. That's difficult. It is. I, I can see it. I mean, I work, bro. I work two jobs and then I do YouTube in the afternoons, bro. And I feel like YouTube does the same thing to me.
See, here's the thing.
But
I'm 45, and out of those 45 years, from age 16 to 35, 36. I worked labor jobs, and I'd rather be physically tired than mentally tired.
Mm,
So
me too. I agree. I agree. Um, do you not get along with Samson? Somebody's in the comments saying, I wish him and Samson got along better. That would be a collab for the books if it ever manifested.
what?
Samson? Have you heard of Samson?
Uh, Samson.
It's like a TikTok rapper. Well, he's
Yeah, no,
bigger than
no,
that now. I shouldn't just say.
he does yes, he's got black hair, right?
Uh-huh.
Brown hair.
Yeah. Yep.
He
Yep.
raps some type. He raps about what's going on society wise. He's dope. He's lyrically. I've never spoke with him or ever. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah. That I rock with Samson. That is he is dope, but
I mean,
I never thought
I'm not
about y'all two
super
together.
familiar. I'm not super
Yeah.
familiar with his work. I've seen a few things, but I've never spoke on his name. I don't know that he spoke on mine.
All right, so Adam, I got a lot of Tom McDonald fans on my channel, and one of them wants to know what happened when Mises and Tom met. How did it go when you introduced them to each other?
It was cool. I think Chuck was really like and to everyone in here, when I say Chuck, you have to understand I've known him since we were literally before we could drive cars. That's
Hmm.
his name. I'm never gonna call him Mises. He doesn't call me ACAL. You know what I mean? Uh, I'm Adam. He's Chuck, and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
so I'm not saying it like in a I don't know who's in here. I'm not saying it in a disrespectful way. It's just that's my guy, and that's his name. I think Chuck was just really excited to meet him. I think he probably, I wouldn't. He's a fan of what he does.
Two protects one. You're familiar with two protects one,
Yeah, of
right?
course. Yeah, I've seen him on some of the channels.
That's my dog, man. I love two protects one. He said, any chance that we get you, HT, Simple Man, and Tom on a track?
Tom's like me. I wouldn't say it's not. It's impossible. He's just like me. He's kind of got to know you. And Tom doesn't really fuck with a lot of people. If you've noticed, he doesn't really do features with a lot of people. It's kind of the same people. Um, he just got to know you. And it took me and him. I mean, me and him talked on the phone for over like a year and a half before we even ever talked about like music. You know what I mean?
I think that's cool too. I love how you kind of try to build the relationship before the work ever even begins. I think that there's something to that.
I mean, it brings it back to what I said. Like, I'd rather do music with people that I could be friends with in real life, like that I fuck with, like that I can hang out with. You know what I mean? It's not just about like, oh,
Hmm.
that's a good look. Like, I'd rather be cool with the motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
And I feel like too, like when you do that, when you do go on tour and when you do, go do the work part of all of this, you at least you're hanging out with people you love. I
You
think
know,
that
you
that
got
part's
guys
cool
that have
too.
your back, and Tor. I'll tell you think something about Tor is a motherfucker. There ain't nothing pretty about Tor. The prettiest thing
Mm,
about Tor is seeing the people smiles and that are there to see you. But as soon as that curtain closes, there's some
mm.
funny little things happen here and there, but man, it's a grinding grind. I mean, we're gonna be out. We're leaving on September 19th, and we're gonna be out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesdays off, and it's a grind. It's a grind. New state every
Yeah.
day, new city, new everything every day. Where we eating today? Shower. We got to get a workout in. Um,
Dang, man. Well, you better love them people you're on tour with then.
and
Yeah.
they got to have your back, and you got to have theirs. Yeah.
100. This is my boy, the Chatter Zone. He's got a reaction channel too. He said, how did the Adam and Trailer Made relationship begin?
So when I always go to Florida to do shows, and I was at some show in Florida, and Target was there, and I didn't really no. It was before that. We were in Joliet. Target actually brought this to my attention. I didn't even remember. He said he swung by the Forge right down the street from my house. I was performing there. He was like, "What's up, man? I'm Hard Target," and I was just like, "Hey, what's up?" And I just kind of kept it moving and didn't really like know what who he was or whatever. And then I was in Florida, and Target. came to a show, and again, I didn't really know what was going on. But then there was I think it was the very next day, someone had told me, "Yo, that's Hard Target. Like he's super dope." And they told me who he was, and he was sitting like side stage, this little hallway before I was about to go on stage. I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And I gave him a little hug and shit like that. And then it was like not long after that, I did another show in Florida, maybe the next season, and he came on the bus and sat with me, and I noticed he was always wearing glasses, and I never knew why, and I was a shit. I didn't want to ask him because it's like nighttime and he's wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Uh, so
Like
I don't.
sunglasses?
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Yes, but really,
Yeah.
they are sunglasses, but they're prescription because
Oh, okay.
he's got like a. You got to ask him about it, but
Okay.
he was on the bus in Florida, and I was just excited to see him. We sat there and talked shit back and forth. I always thought he was like real witty, and he's bust your balls, and he's talking shit,
Yeah.
and it's like it's good banter back and forth. He's one of the guys, and
Mm-hmm.
I just remember I gave him the pair of glasses that I had on as like here, like a gift, like because I see you always wearing these fucking black glasses. But I gave him sunglasses. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and his wife still has them to this day. They're like Burberry or some bullshit.
Yeah.
But he wears those dark glasses because he's something with. I don't want to speak on his condition, but it's obviously related to his eyes and stuff like his eyesight and stuff like that. But um, and then yeah, ever since then, I noticed he always showed love and shit like that. And you're talking like 4 years now
Mm.
of just kind of like grazing by each other and oh, what up, what up. And then when all that shit happened and they went out and you know kind of planted their flag in the ground and said no, motherfucker, and like they went in, and
Mm.
that was love, and I went out there and we worked and shot some videos, did some
Oh,
music,
dope.
and then it
So
was
it
on.
was right around that time. That's cool.
Well, that's when it really like it was. We already had a history, but that's when it
Yeah.
like really was like, oh, okay, all right, I see you, dog. Like, let's work. And
Dog, that Blasphemy record was insane.
I wish he rapped like that more. I always tell him that. That he the way he when he raps in that pocket and that tone, he's just is hard as fuck. But Target's a
I
guy that
agree.
he's an artist. Like he really likes experimenting with new sounds and with his voice and
Hmm.
he likes singing and fucking. He just likes making whatever he feels that day is what he'll. He's a real artist. I'm more of a working motherfucker. Like here, I'm here to I bring my lunchbox and hard hat, and I'm ready to work.
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
really consider myself an artist.
Yeah. Bro, you are, I've heard you say that in another interview too, but you are very artistic, whether you realize it or not. Like, and I think that the hard work makes it better, but I think that you're more artistic than you may realize, man, because you're multifaceted. It's not just like one thing with you, and that's one of the things that I appreciate the most about you is that you can do different pockets, different a different variety of music, and it's all relatable because it's real. And I think that that hard work that you drive forward with it is what presents it in such a good way. But bro, you're phenomenal, man. I mean that.
Hey, that means more than because I've been at this for a long time now, and I don't think really many people ever really give me my flowers, and it's probably because of my aggressive nature. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Um, But I will say, I feel like my flowers come from being friends with the same people I've been friends with since I came into this music shit. And, the new friends that I've made throughout the years, I'm still have good relationships with and work with. And I always say this too, like, I'm a good rapper because my friends are the best rappers in the world. Like Simple Man, who's fucking with him? Like, really,
that's my
lyrically,
dog.
like
Yeah,
Target,
nobody.
like who's fucking with him or Broadnax or what I mean,
Yeah.
like who's fucking with these guys? Like it's so when you stay around killers like that, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I yeah, I'm good. I'm a good rapper. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you are.
I
Yeah,
don't need my
great.
flowers. I know what I've done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're all great. I love all of you guys, man. And y'all all have it's cool because y'all all have your own dynamic. And Adam, thank you so much for your time tonight, man. The last thing that I'm gonna ask you to do is you have a fan that is literally probably your biggest fan that probably could have answered all of these questions for me if she wanted to. She goes by the name of Jody, and she just wanted to ask if you could shout out her daughter Layla.
How old is her daughter? Or is it her birthday or
Uh,
something?
she's 11 years old.
Layla.
Hmm. And no, it's not her birthday. She just knows that I'm interviewing you, and she wanted to see if you would shout her out.
And what's her mother's name?
Jody.
Jody.
Yep.
Layla. Listen to your mom. She's do good in school. Stay off social media as much as you can. Have fun being young and don't try to rush through life saying, "Oh, I wish I could drive. Oh, I wish I could go out and drink."
Mm,
Like just take it easy, slow. Listen to people that are older than you. They're smarter than you think. We at that age we think we're the smartest people in the world, but I'm still learning. I hope you're doing amazing. Be nice. Be smile big. Love people. Uh, kick ass in everything that you do, and try to be the best at everything that you do, and just dream big and go for it, and just always keep your head up and keep working throughout whatever life throws at you. Much love, Layla.
man, you're great, bro. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for coming onto the channel. It was a long time coming, and I appreciate you. And I will see you in Jacksonville. I'm coming to that tour.
I'll see you then, brother.
100%. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate you, man. Have a good night. Take care of them kids, and I will see you soon.
All right, sir. Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Bye bye.
Peace.